Hi everyone. You join me today on an active rest day today. What does that mean? So, an active rest day is not going to the gym, not working out, but doing something to sort of aid uh, your fitness journey, right? So, today is half an hour of the bike. Now, I was doing before that when I was losing weight. I was doing about 2 hours a week on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Today's Monday because we're switching it around a little bit. But I'm only doing half an hour today because I'm not looking to lose weight anymore, but I am looking to maintain my cardiovascular health and also maintain my weight, right? Like, I don't want to lose anymore. I don't want to gain anymore. I just want to keep it at that steady pace. Now, that's a learning curve because I haven't done that in a while. I haven't eaten at maintenance calories. So, again, to aid that, I'm going off half an hour of cardio a week. So, for me, whenever I go into a fat loss phase, this has to take priority, right? Because what you do in the gym is not really changing. Like, you're pushing yourself as much as you can with less fuel in your body. But what you are doing is manipulating the tools that you have that is outside of the kitchen to promote that weight loss. So if it's increasing your steps, I've put it down because I've got a treadmill. If it's increasing your steps or if it's increasing your cardio, that's the key for me. So first of all, what I wanted to talk about is the cost, because I think a lot of people might see the fact that I'm sitting on a bike at home in the comfort of my own home and think, that's a barrier. But like, this was picked up £20 from Marketplace. I think the treadmill step, what I'm pointing to below, was also 20 quid. Now, I know that's £40 of your money, but it's £40 where I didn't have to go out in the middle of the winter and try and get my steps in and try and battle the cold as I'm losing weight and feeling the cold and trying to do that as well. And also, if you're working or if you at school or university, you might not have the time to get outside, or you might not literally. You might be going from work to then dinner to then da 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 da. So there has to be a better way of doing it, right? So yeah, like, I guess the point of this video is first of all to show you what an active rest day looks like. Like, my split now will be tomorrow is another rest day, but that's not an active rest day. It's just literally doing nothing, but obviously going to work and things like that. I am really, really bad at the stuff that's outside of the gym. And I know a lot of people are as well. Like, I don't enjoy cardio. I don't enjoy it. I don't enjoy steps, but it's about changing the game and manipulating to what you can change and making it work for you. So finding something in cardio, for example, where I can sit on this and do this for an hour if I wanted to, even an hour and a half if I wanted to. Whereas if you ask me to like incline walk for an hour, I'm just not going to enjoy it and I'm not going to be able to sustain it. And that's the key, isn't it? Like, is the sustainability of it all. Like, I think when people come to lose weight, they want to do it as quickly as possible, which is why when you see in the new year, go outside and you will see people running. You will see loads of people running around because they want to lose weight and they want to do it as quickly as possible. Now, that might be because they're not, informed as to how best to do that sustainably, or they don't want to do it sustainably. They just want a quick fix. Problem with that is when you're trying to lose weight and you try and do it quickly, is you might lose a little bit of weight, but your body fights against you to lose that weight. It doesn't want to lose the weight that you're trying to lose because, first of all, it's got used to the maintenance amount of calories that you're eating, but also it has to burn its own sort of fuel, which is the fat that is stored, the carbs that are stored, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I suppose today is really just taking the foot off the gas a little bit with training. So I don't go and train today at all, but it's not completely just sort of sitting on the sofa and relaxing. That comes tomorrow. But, and this is a new split for me. Like, I never always just trained 4 days a week. Like, I was an avid believer of like 5-6 days a week, and taking one rest day. Time you get to that rest day, you don't want to do anything else because you're tired. Your body needs that rest. So to try and put in cardio, even around the days where you're training, it's so hard because you have to incorporate the gym, structured eating, and cardio or steps. And I still struggle now. Like when I have a gym day and have to get steps in, I have to think ahead a little bit to go, right, I'll get, I don't know, 3,000 steps at the gym. But what about the other, 4,000 I need to do that day? Do you know what I mean? Like, and that's the other thing as well. Like, again, I'm not a fan of steps. I find walking really boring. Now, there will be days where I go outside and I'm like, God, I love walking. But every single day to try and maintain that is just ridiculous for me personally. So you can't see it, but I've got a TV in front of me here. And I'm a big TV kind of watcher. And that's how I got through it, is plonk myself in front of the TV, watch probably Invincible or Daredevil right now, season 2, Born Again, and then just crack on. And that keeps my mind going, and that keeps my ability to do an hour of cardio, because my mind is distracted. It's watching something, it's doing something else. So yeah, I think with fitness, a lot of people always go for, right, got to maintain my strength in the gym, but this stuff here is more important. I would say before, I probably would say the gym is, but this is much more important to lose weight. It is. And actually what you'll find is, when you start supporting your cardiovascular health, your performance in the gym really, really propels forward, because you've now got the ability to push yourself a bit more and work under that level of stress that you couldn't before. So yeah, and on the steps part, and walking, it's the same thing with the steps. I was looking at the TV, getting my steps in. By the time you finish an episode, you've done 5,000-6,000 steps. Do you know what I mean? You just haven't realized it. And I think when before, fitness was really just a part of the gym, was just the gym for me. Fitness is happening all week for me now, and that's a good thing, because your efforts are sort of combining into one thing, and that one goal. Let me tell you something right now, though. I'm coming up to 7 minutes, and it feels like a breeze, because I've been doing an hour session, right? So an hour compared to what I'm going to do today, which is half an hour, will be an absolute breeze. So I'm very, very much looking forward to that. And as I said, tomorrow is an active, just a rest day. So I probably won't record tomorrow, because you're not really getting anything apart from the fact that I'm eating the same kind of meals. And I'll probably do a video on meals, because again, I wouldn't class myself as a bodybuilder. I'm not that disciplined, but I do make sure I get the right amount of macros in a day. And a lot of that comes from keeping my breakfast, keeping my lunch, keeping my snacks the same. Now, in reality, I live with someone who is a great cook, and she probably isn't as into the gym as I am. So we like to vary our dinner. But again, that's not her fault. That's not, anyone else's. It's not even my fault. But the way I structure my diet is around sort of that, really. How can I incorporate all these meals and still hit what I need to hit in the week? So I'll do that by keeping everything else the same, and then changing my dinner based on what I can have that day. So yeah, I think with all of this, there's a trial and error. You might try an incline walk, you might try the Stairmaster and go, oh yeah, that's really difficult, and it probably loses you weight quicker. But what you're looking for is, what can I do every single day that I can sustain? And that's all it is. It's what is sustainable in all of this. Because once you find what is sustainable, you'll be able to kick on, and you'll be able to sort of propel your weight loss journey. And I think equally, it's worth mentioning sort of the gaining phase and the maintenance phase as well. Don't then just throw steps and cardio out the window. Again, it's a mistake I made, where because you're training heavy, you're eating a lot, you're thinking, I don't want to waste energy, or I don't need to do that because I'm not losing weight. But the point of the fact is, you need to maintain your cardiovascular health. It supports your weight training, and getting your steps in is, again, supporting that as well. So yeah, it's been a bit of a journey. And I think when you're doing this for the first time, you have to make mistakes. You have to get it wrong, because that's how you learn. But yeah, if you're someone like me who perhaps doesn't have the time to do it, go on Marketplace. People will give you stuff for free a lot of the time as well. I'm sure if I could have just searched a bit longer. I probably could have got this lot even cheaper than 20 quid. Do you know what I mean? Because people just want to get rid of stuff sometimes, but I wanted it quickly. So I just bought this, which was, again, this guy that was selling this is 2 roads down from me. So I wanted the convenience as well. But yeah, I think what you'll see next is Wednesday. We're doing, I call it my bit of everything day because it's more of a sweep up day. Because I only train 4 days a week. I like to get my bench in 3 days a week, which is a big ask over 4 days. I like to do squatting twice a week, which again is a big ask. And I haven't deadlifted in a while. So normally that would come within yesterday's session. But again, I'm sort of taking it out because I don't need to do deadlifts. I've got a lot of posterior exercises in anyway. So Wednesday is more of a clean-up day, if you like, where I do a bit of everything. Something, stuff that I haven't managed to do in the first 3, I do it in that day. And I love it because you get, again, a bit of a pump everywhere, which is quite nice. But as the sun comes out, as you see behind me, and as we move into spring, this sort of stuff becomes a lot easier. It was hard in winter to do it whilst it's dark outside, but you do it because you're focusing on a goal. You do it because you want either to be below a certain weight or, a bit more healthy. And that's the key, is to keep that in mind. And it was easy for me because I've done this before. I went from 89 to 72 kg before. Now, admittedly, this time I went from 85 to 70, but I had a reference point. And I think when you've got a reference point and you've done it before, you believe in yourself to do it. But if you're losing weight or trying to for the first time, I would certainly say take pictures right now because they will keep you honest. They will keep you accountable. And also, when you start to lose weight, because you inevitably will, doing this twice a week, doing your steps, eating in a calorie deficit, you'll see results quite quickly because that's how it works. You lose weight quite quickly, stalls for a little bit, and you need to perhaps up your cardio to 2 hours a week, which is what I did, up your steps, whatever it is, or you don't really want to go lower than a 500 calorie deficit, but you might have to for a short period of time just to manipulate what you need to do to get the weight down. And that's all I really wanted to say for this video, is something just a bit different, because whilst this channel and these videos focus primarily on the gym, and that's where I would be lying to you, but I'm the happiest in the gym. I don't want to be doing this. You've got to change the game. You've got to change the state of play and find a way to make it work for you. Because once you do, it is so easy. It is like I can put this half an hour into any part of my day. I could get up really early and do half an hour before I even start work, or there's loads of different things you can do, but it's just about making it work for you, which is hard because when you're trying to promote this kind of stuff to people, their version of success will look different to what your version of success is, i.e. what kind of cardio you do, how often you do your steps, how you do your steps, that kind of thing. But yeah, we're coming up to halfway now, so I'm going to take a quick water break. And I am going to end the video there because we've been going for 13, 14 minutes now, which is long enough for me talking at you. But yeah, next time you see me, we'll be at the gym this Wednesday. I'm taking an active rest day tomorrow. If you take anything away from this today, is cardio. Make it work for you. Do whatever you need to do. I'll stop preaching and I'll see you in the next video.